The full court press is still being worn by the New York Liberty. In an attempt to attract Caitlin Clark, the New York Liberty sent their mascot. The mascot was dispatched to recruit Caitlin Clark. Bro, Caitlin in New York is what Ellie desires. I can see into the future and is intelligent. Caitlin Clark is going to be lost to you all. You're going to seem crazy too. He was tweeting something along the lines of, "Oh, successful weekend." Additionally, an image of Caitlin Clark was used at random. On their team is Caitlin Clark. This is insane, everyone. The mascot was sent. In an effort to sign Caitlin Clark, the New York Liberty persisted in applying full-court pressure. They recruited Caitlin Clark by sending the mascot. The New York in an attempt to recruit Caitlin Clark, Liberty sent its mascot. The full-court press was still being worn by the New York Liberty. On their team is Caitlin Clark. This is insane. Everyone, the mascot was sent. In an attempt to attract Caitlin Clark, the New York Liberty sent their mascot. The mascot was dispatched to recruit. Bro. The mascot was dispatched to recruit Caitlin Clark. Bro. You're going to insert an image of Caitlin Clark at random. As if he were tweeting, "Oh, a successful weekend." Additionally, an image of Caitlin Clark was used at random. Caitlin in New York is what Ellie desires. The future appears bright too. Me, Caitlin in New York, is what Ellie desires. The future appears bright to me. The full court pressure is still being applied by the New York Liberty to sign Caitlin Clark. They recruited Caitlin Clark by sending the mascot. You should keep your doors secured that night in case someone from New York breaks in and robs you. Indiana fever. The full court press is still being worn by the New York Liberty. On their team is Caitlin Clark. This is insane, everyone. Bro, they sent the mascot? To recruit Caitlin Clark, they dispatched the mascot. You should keep your doors secured that evening. It's Indiana fever. Because you might be robbed by someone from New York. New York, you see. Filthy, thirsty, hungry, and starving. You can succeed any place if you can succeed in New York. New York, look, dirty, hungry, thirsty, and starving. Listen, you can succeed any place if you can succeed in New York. They'll show up and steal your lunch cash. In an attempt to attract Caitlin Clark, the New York Liberty sent their mascot. That has never happened to us before. We haven't seen that before, I believe. In fact, a mascot is being conveyed in that manner. No other squad has demonstrated that kind of ferocity and inventiveness. In an attempt to attract Caitlin Clark, the New York Liberty sent their mascot. That has never happened to us before. Not that we have never seen that before, in my opinion. They are exerting every effort. They seem to be aware that sending players could be too conspicuous. It's all about subtlety now, but audacious actions. New York is serious on obtaining her. We haven't seen that before, I believe. We've never seen a perfumed mascot. Okay? They are exerting a lot of force. They are exerting every effort. It says in, you know what? If we start putting our players around her, it will become a little clear. Consider her a member of Caitlin Clark's team. They are both on the same team. Who plays against them doesn't matter. Those two are unbeatable. Caitlin and Sabrina side by side. That gives other teams nightmare fuel. Consider her a member of Caitlin Clark's team. They listen. They're both on the same team. It makes no difference who plays dot against them. Those two are unbeatable. The Liberty is building for dominance, and they know what they're doing. More than just hype, it's serious. It's planned. Furthermore, their efforts are just getting started. New York Liberty, you're doing what you're supposed to. You should conduct business in this manner. Everybody connected to the Liberty has already made millions of dollars. Johannes, Ionescu, and Sabrina Stewart are all aware that adding Caitlin Clark facilities both on and off the court. Her presence guarantees prime-time publicity, sold out arenas, and soaring merchandise sales. Anyone with common sense knows that their money doubles when they travel. As if Sabrina were already worth millions of dollars. Stewie has already made millions of dollars. Sandy Brando has already made millions of dollars. Maureen Johannes is already a multimillionaire, as is everyone else participating in Liberty. Jonquel Jones has already made millions of dollars. Thus, all of these athletes are millionaires, if not multimillionaires, who are part of the Indiana Fever. With the New York Liberty, not with Indiana Fever. They're also aware that having someone like Caitlin Clark on the team only benefits them both on and off the court. Given that they are aware that she is the WNBA's greatest attention getter. It's business, not just basketball. This is the reason. This hiring is so planned and serious. They're not playing checkers, they're playing chess. In the WNBA, she is the best motivator. Additionally, as Caitlin, Sabrina, and If, they can figure out a way. The admission fee for the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis plummeted 48% from $121 to just $64 after it was announced that Caitlin Clark would not be playing. A backcourt isn't the best on defense. The value of tickets fell precipitously when one player missed one game, following the announcement that Caitlin Clark would not be playing. The admission price for the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis has decreased by 48%, from $121 to just $64. Oh no, spaghetti. That's not natural. Listen, influence, that is. When the Liberty notices this kind of value and recognizes that this is a unique chance. Winning games isn't the only factor in recruiting, Caitlin. It's about generating viewership, ticket sales, league power, and narrative. Control, bro. She's exactly it. I don't even know what to say to you. This isn't a scenario where folks are simply not playing the normal games. No, the All-Star Game is this one. The All-Stars. When you pair Caitlin Clark with Sabrina and Stewie, two of the Liberty's current stars, they are aware that you are building a marketing empire in addition to a basketball team. On her own, Caitlin drives twice or even quadruple the revenue. I spoke with the New York Liberty, and they are aware that having Caitlin Clark on the team will benefit them both on and off the court because she is the best. Driver.power in the WNBA, even if Caitlin and Sabrina aren't the best defensive players. In the backcourt, they might be able to figure something out. This isn't just another offseason move because of that. It's a calculated power move. New York wants to emerge as the WNBA's greatest asset. And at the heart of that vision is Caitlin. It's execution, not hype. After 2 or 3 years of maintaining Lau Feverish and Jonquel Jones, you now have Stewie Lau and Jonquel Jones, who are out of the top 6 or 7 defenders in the W. 3 out of 5 are among them. The 2 top offensive guards in the W are on the same team when they're locked in. Simply said, you won't lose. Fair negotiations will be difficult for everyone when one party is accountable for over half of the revenue generated by the league. New York is aware of this. They are actively participating rather than merely observing from the sidelines. WNBA's entire leverage balance is altered by Caitlin's presence. Business reasoning, not sentiment, is the driving force behind Liberty's efforts to hire her. The stakes are fundamental for the entire league, not just personal. You guys will have a difficult time negotiating. It will be challenging when one individual is in charge of almost 50% of the revenue the league generates. Bargain. I'm simply being honest. It's insane. I was aware that the CC effect was awesome, but wow, a 50% price reduction during an all-star game. Dude, do you believe that LeBron's absence will result in a 50% decrease in the price of an NBA All-Star Game ticket? It's possible that Kane is already reevaluating her plans for Indiana. She talked about remaining long-term at the beginning of the year, but nowadays she speaks in shorter bursts. That change might be Thea's a result of her observations elsewhere. While her current squad struggles with execution, teams like Liberty are giving them the red carpet. They might not even need to persuade her if Liberty continues to gain ground. When she realizes where she really belongs, she will arrive on her own terms. Let's be honest, Caitlin most likely feels the same way. At the beginning of the year, it was here for my career. But she keeps saying a few more years in Indiana. It's already being said aloud by fans. In New York, Caitlin Clark looks amazing. As soon as video of her with the Liberty symbol appeared, comments began to stream in. "She's really going to New York," one viewer said, and others concurred. The change is even being felt by casual viewers. No longer is it conjecture. It's an evolving story. When admirers can already picture her wearing Liberty colors, the excitement turns into momentum. Marketing isn't that. That's how reality is. Developing, it looks just right, she said. It simply seems appropriate. They're starting the hiring process early. You know, it's a fact. It's a fact. She is dressed in Liberty colors. They claim that she will actually visit New York. Liberty has a purpose for its communication strategy. Despite not even having Caitlin Clark on the squad, they have been mentioning her in tweets and posts, incorporating her into their all-star stuff. Caitlin was prominent in a photo collage that Liberty Konar Matt Ishbia tweeted. These signals are not ignored. They forge an unspoken connection. Soft recruitment is accomplished by visibility and attentiveness. It is a novel form of playbook, one that functions both on and off the court. Then, of course, we witnessed everything involving Caitlin, Sabrina, and the Liberty. All of this information regarding Caitlin Clark was being tweeted by the Liberty. The Ishbia Mat. There was Mat Ish, BIA, sharing his all-star photos on Twitter. He was tweeting something along the lines of, "Oh, successful weekend." Additionally, an image of Caitlin Clark was used at random. There is more going on behind the scenes than just mascots. It has been rumored that Caitlin's personal agent is speaking with Liberty coaches in casual chats. She has already exchanged Liberty's head coach for Cheryl Reeves. That is important. That is the foundation of chemistry. The stage is prepared for an exodus when front office collaboration is coupled with locker room influence. New York is getting everything ready well in advance, even though Indiana might not see it coming. You guys may be in trouble. Indiana. I won't even tell lies. They have her agent speaking to the coach already. Cheryl Reeves was exchanged for coach of the New York Liberty. Caitlin used to say she would remain in Indiana for the duration of her career, but she has since amended it to a few more years. That is very important. Players don't simply change their tone for no reason. It implies that she is observing, anticipating, and reflecting. As a result of clubs like Liberty demonstrating their appreciation for her. It is understandable that she is envisioning a future in another place. It's no longer simply hype if that's New York. There is a countdown, let's be honest. Caitlin most likely feels the same way. It was here for my career at the beginning of the year, but she keeps talking a few more years in Indiana. It's unbelievable that you guys are going to allow them to take her away. The Indiana Fever are learning how to handle a precious possession from the New York Liberty. The mascot will not be able to be sent. I can't believe you guys are going to let them to take her away, Indiana. Caitlin? Oh man. Maureen Johans and everyone else involved in Liberty are already millionaires. The New York Liberty is demonstrating to the Indiana Fever how to handle a valuable asset. The Liberty of New York dispatched their mascot in an attempt to entice Caitlin Clark. They are exerting every effort. Keep the vision is what this is. Make sure you enjoy, share, subscribe, and leave a comment.